Hi everyone, it's Liam from Bigger Plate here. I'm lucky to be in Dubai and luckier, I guess, to have Emily Van Kio from Think Busan with me, who has agreed to answer some questions against her will in front of a camera. So I'm just going to ask some really simple questions and just interested in what you think. Obviously we've got iMindMap now and Bigger Plate working sort of nicely together, supported on the website, seeming to go quite well so far.
Definitely.
So, Emily, what is your, I asked Chris the same question, you've got 3 favourite features, so what is your favourite feature of the new iMindMap 5 programme?
Well, yeah, I know Chris gave you 3. It is quite difficult to actually choose what is fitting the best and what users are going to latch onto, but I think the real improvement, the real difference for me is that iMindMap's really evolving, so going from version 2, 3, 4 now into version 5, I think it's now grown from an infant to a fully fledged adult, and I would definitely see it as a really cool business tool, and definitely some big improvements from version 4 that really address the business market. So we've got a whole host of stuff in there, from smart cells, flowcharts, spreadsheet integration, loads of really cool multi-map side of things, but I think the really strongest part of that is for presentations. 3D view is a brilliant tool, and I think anyone that sees it instantly latches onto it and can see the real benefit. So I see iMindMap 5 as a key and cool core business tool, but a real focus on presentations. I think in this society, this day and age, presentations are something pretty much everyone has to do, and to have a tool that can address not just the planning and the creating side of a presentation, but also the delivery with something that's different. And I think most of us have sat through so many boring PowerPoint presentations, and to have something that's a bit more dynamic, cool, interesting, that really captivates people's attention, make sure that your message gets remembered, it gets people's memory and the recall of the information as well. So I think one of our strongest avenues that is for version 5 will be the presentation market, and I think when everyone starts to see the 3D view and the way that it animates and moves around will really spark people's attention.
The presentation view is very cool, like either 2D or 3D, the sort of zooming in and out, panning around is very seamless. It almost, I think, it feels like an extension of that organic feel if you've gone for that sort of style of map. So I would agree. I think that's probably actually one of my favourite things about it, as well as it is sort of slick presentations. I think that if you took that into any sort of context, whether it's teaching children or teaching a executive board, it's high impact, it's visual, and it's sort of, I don't think there's much else out there that does that in that sort of way.
I think it's something fresh for the market, and I think people really latch onto it.
I asked Chris a similar question. What's sort of the response been? We sort of obviously got some early response from Bigger Plate users as to how they enjoy it thus far, which has all been almost universally positive.
Yeah.
What about your sort of beta testing phase? What are people tending to gravitate towards? Is it the presentations? Is it 3D? What's the overall feedback there?
There's definitely been a mixture, and I think, again, going back to the presentations, that's been something that people have seen, and it's an instant impact thing. They can see the use and the benefit for it straight away. So I think there's been really a lot of enthusiasm for that. And we've also been integrating iMindMap 5 with a lot of our trainers and our training sessions. We started showing people back in November, and we subsequently showed it to 3 major training groups in our Think Busan licensed instructor courses, and the feedback in those has been so positive. It's obviously taken a while to get to this stage, but everyone can see the real need that it will be now able to disseminate into so many different areas. I think everyone within education has always loved iMindMap. It sparks off the creative side, the innovative side, the brain-friendly process, which Think Busan has always been about. But I think the real interest and the feedback from our trainers over the last couple of months has been, actually, I feel confident to take this into any type of business environment, be able to show them, be able to sell it to them, be able to use it as a dynamic tool for a whole host of tasks. And I think that confidence is something that they're taking away, and hopefully we'll be able to see that once the wider public get a chance to play with it as well.
So on that sort of note, Bigger Plate obviously is a fairly large mind mapping community now, and a certain majority of that is people who would class themselves as professionals and business users.
Yeah.
So with that sort of thing in mind, and anything else, what sort of excites you, if you like, about bringing together Think Busan and Bigger Plate, and sort of combining what we both sort of respectively have got going on, if you like?
I mean, I think it's a key junction for Think Busan at the moment. I know I keep going back to sort of how the products evolve, but I think we've got to a really key position now where we've got something that we're really proud to shout about, especially to corporate users. We've always loved iMindMap, but I think it's taken that next step now, and to be able to get it out there to a wider audience, especially to people like your users in Bigger Plate, people that are key corporate people that are creative, they're interested in thinking better, they want to increase their innovation, they want to have something that's going to help and complement what they do. It's such a big opportunity for us. We want to get iMindMap 5 out there. We want to show people what it can do, and I think using Bigger Plate and the community is going to be a great way of doing that. It's also not just getting it out there, it's showing people how iMindMap can complement what they do, how it fits in with maybe other tools that they're using. I think it's a great way of exposing what Think Busan's doing at the moment, and hopefully getting people to see the benefits of using a different type of approach to mind mapping. You know, there's so many different uses, but the more creative, innovative approach to mind mapping can actually bring some really concrete benefits, and especially in this day and age where companies are looking for something to get ahead of the competition, to differentiate themselves from other companies or competitors. It's great to have a tool that really is focused on that creativity element, and hopefully getting Bigger Plate users involved with that will really enhance what, you know, their work process and what they're doing back in their workplace.
Well, I would suggest that Bigger Plate users are obviously the smartest people in the world. But Emily, thanks so much for answering the questions. We're really excited about working with Think Busan and really excited about where this is going. So this is Liam from Bigger Plate with Emily from Think Busan. iMindMap 5 is now fully supported on Bigger Plate. If you haven't tried it already, you shouldn't really still be watching this. You should be going and downloading a trial. It's a fantastic program doing really interesting things. It's not like anything you've seen before, so I thoroughly recommend giving it a try. My personal favourite, and Emily's apparently, is presenting using this. It's a great presentation tool, so check that out especially. Thanks very much.